As a coach, I guess you always need to adapt. Your last game was about 5 years ago as a head coach. What would you say is the biggest thing that you need to adjust, or can you be the same coach that you've always been in the past?
Yeah, I can be the same coach I've always been in the past. It keeps getting better, actually. Um, the when you're talking about the biggest changes or whatever, I think the biggest changes for me are make sure I'm clear on some of the small tweaks in the rule book. It's got nothing to do with the game or personnel.
With a new coach in and now playing your first game with him as the head coach, does it feel like a fresh slate or a fresh start, kind of a reset for the group?
Yeah, for sure. He's coming in here with 2 good practices, and I think everyone is pretty pumped up, and I think it's been a good pace during practice, and I think the boys are excited to go tonight. So it's been good.
Yeah, I agree. Just whenever a new coach comes in, I feel like there's a group of guys who feel they're getting like you said, a clean slate, a fresh set of eyes looking at them, a new chance. And then there's guys who obviously want to reestablish how they've been playing, and the guys who have been playing extremely well, you want to reestablish that and move on. So I think everyone's sort of in the same boat, but there's obviously guys who have different opportunities now.
I know it's only been a couple days, but I mean, which is not very long in the grand scheme of things, but are you already seeing progress from this group towards, where you want them to get to?
Yeah, they've worked hard the last 2 days, and they've been very receptive to the little changes that we'd like to make and things we'd like individuals to do better. They've been really receptive to that. So now you need the performance part. So there's really no magic to it. It's the talking part's easy. Now it's the next part.
Mark, you played your rookie season, few games for Darryl Sutter. I know it's a long time ago, but do you see any tendency that Darryl was doing in the past? Are you seeing the same guy, or maybe a different coach that you're seeing many years later?
Yeah, no, I do see a lot of the same guy. I think Darryl's principles are the same. I think the way what he expects from his players, the intensity he expects, and the details that he brings to games. I mean, coming in here on game day, it's a full day preparation, and we started this morning and we'll carry on to tonight. But yeah, like you said, I only played a few games for him as my coach, but there are obviously a lot of similarities, and I'm sure over the years he's changed a bit too, and we'll learn those different changes as time goes on here.
Mark Giordano, you've coached him, but it was really quick. I think only 7 games, and after that, you were the GM. Now he's your captain. How can you describe your approach with Mark, and how big Mark will be to help you by passing your message to the other players?
Well, Gio is the captain of the Calgary Flames for all the right reasons. So I rely on him heavily, and obviously I've known him since he was 20 years old. So counting on him big time, and not just as a on the ice, but off the ice too. And he's all in on that.
You are in the coaching business for more than 30 years now. What do you feel has changed the most for a coach and in the game in general?
Well, the biggest change from when I first started coaching is there's more coaches. It used to be you were the coach, and that was it. Now your staffs are so big, and there's so much more detail because of all the use of film and video and all that. So I would say those 2 things would be the 2 biggest changes in the game, and then for me, and then the next one would be just the size of the league. I mean, you used to be able to, there'd be 150 or 200 players, and you were pretty aware of what kind of player they are. And now there's close to 700. So there's a lot of guys around the league that I got to get more familiar with again. But it's with the way the division play is this year. Really, I need to know 7 teams, 1 being us.